our European University Alliance Engage EU, where the seed funding originates. It's part of our work plan and part of what we want to do. We are 9 or actually 10 institutions across Europe. We have all the ones that you see here, and also St. Gallen is included in our alliance, so they can also be invited into initiatives. And the vision here is that we want to educate our students together. We want to pull our researchers together and to connect with the society outside of our universities together. And in that way, provide both our students and European citizens in general with the skills and competences needed to tackle these major societal challenges that we are in the middle of. And on the educational side, just to give you a brief overview, we do have quite a few things that we have developed already. We have for several years now had what we call the Online Exchange Initiative, where students across our institutions can do online courses that are in English. And we have developed several of what we call signature courses, newly developed courses between 3 partners. Other offers that are available to our students are the summer and winter schools hosted by different partners. And we also have challenge-based learning experiences that we call expedition weeks. And then, of course, the double degrees and regular semester exchange that we have between our partners are also available to our students. And we are developing 2 joint programs, a specialization in digital transformation and a new joint master that's being launched this spring in global sustainability management. So that's just sort of give you an overview that we actually already do quite a lot, but we absolutely want more to increase both the breadth and the quality of the offerings to our students. And that's what we try to do through the incubator. So in this context, in the incubator, which is sort of the vehicle that we have set up to promote new initiatives and create interest among our faculty members, we have set up some basic principles for what an initiative is, because we do want to see initiatives that foster this continued cross-institutional collaboration. So we want to have minimum 3 partners, where all partners have an active role in both the development and the delivery of the initiative, the course. And we want initiatives to be connected to the Engage mission. So be in some way providing an answer or connecting to answers to these large societal challenges, be it climate and sustainability, which are very much relevant and things that we talk about now, and digitalization is also a topic. But anything SDG related more or less can be included here. We also want initiatives that contribute to our goals, because in our work plan that we have sort of developed together and promised to the European Union, there are quite high goals for how many initiatives, and then not to mention how many students we want to see benefit from our initiatives. So we want things that are attractive to our students, that can be embedded in the various programs, that are countable, that are sort of contributing to our numerical goals, that can be sustained beyond the project period, and if possible, that can be scaled so that they can include even more students in later iterations. For you as teaching staff, there are very good advantages to developing such an initiative with partners. Of course, to have new collaborations, contacts, and connections is always good. And I believe that what Helen and her colleagues will talk about is also that the educational collaboration has led into also, or will lead into, research collaboration, which is very nice to see. The faculty or teaching staff that have already done this said that they're very positive to have a larger and more diverse classroom. And there is also a benefit to sharing the work between different lecturers. If there are 3 lecturers sharing one course, then your teaching load will sort of be a third, at least in the second and third round. For the first year, there might be a little bit more work than you would for developing a normal course. There's also room here to do some pedagogical exploration. Finding a good way to work across borders and different institutions requires some digital pedagogical setup that might be new to some, and to do this in a good way requires some exploration. And of course, for those of you who might be early career, there is some CV building to be had here through developing a new course as part of an international cooperation and also securing this kind of funding for that. Now, what are we talking about when we talk about a new initiative in teaching and learning, and what can it look like when you try to go local at your own institution? Well, the first thing to do is you can develop an entirely new course for a number of ECTS that is relevant to the partners. So, for example, at NHH, most of our courses are 7.5 ECTS. So we would be looking for that level of sort of scope, but there might be other sizes of courses other places. And then you need to decide sort of the level. Is it a bachelor or master course? What kind of profile will the course have, and how many ECTS? But you can also do redesign of existing courses where you incorporate an international element to a course that you already have. For example, by adding a COIL-like structure where there is some shared teaching in an existing course, so you bring in guest lectures and develop a shared component. And it is important that you think about how the program can fit into your program structure. Because we see that students ask for any initiative mainly, can I get credits for this? Can it be integrated into my program, or will I be delayed? And you can either do that as an elective or as a mandatory component to a program. Here at NHH, for example, then we have 2 of these signature courses that have been designed specifically as Engage courses. They are both new courses. Annelise Lie has set up her master's level with course together with Hanken and VU. It's a 5 ECTS course that is completely taught together with a group of students from each partner. And that sort of is designed to be online. Whereas Andreas Haller, who has the Future of Work course, he has a course where there is a 4 ECTS size COIL collaborative component, and then he has added a 3.5 ECTS part that is only for the NHH students, so that it's a full NHH course and can be fitted quite nicely into our curriculum, just as an example. Now, to get to the seed funding now, I assume you're here because you want to develop an initiative. And the first part, of course, is to find partners to do this with. We do have in Engage this research community platform where we have seen it can be useful. And if you post there, you create a profile on the platform and you post a collaboration opportunity. That's one way to find partners. And then each of our institutions has a local contact point that you can approach to help sort of share your idea with the partners. And for this, we have developed a pitch template that your contact point has available that makes it sort of clearer for each partner what is being developed and what you're looking for in a partner. And of course, you're welcome to use your network and approach colleagues directly if you know someone at the partner institutions. And then you develop this idea and proposal together, write the application and submit it by May 30th, which is the deadline for this. We do have some requirements that you need to meet in order to be considered for the funding. And the first one I have talked about already, we want to see a minimum of 3 partner institutions where everyone is involved in both the development and delivery. We also want to see offers that can be embedded in or recognized by partners so that it becomes a part of the study program, either as electives or mandatory or in other ways, can be recognized so that it becomes more attractive to students. And it should result in a minimum of 2 ECTS. So for this round of the seed funding, we want to encourage credit-bearing courses. We also want initiatives that contribute quite significantly to the engaged goals, especially when it comes to number of students. So we do want to prioritize initiatives aiming at 50 students or more per installment. And that means that if you are 3 partners, you should aim at maybe recruiting between 15 and 20 students per partner. And then if you want to add students from the rest of the alliance and make your initiative an online initiative that others can take, then that number can go up. And the really important part here is that we want to see initiatives that kind of sell a story. It's not only about the technical side, but it's about describing what the initiative is and what will it bring to the alliance. How is it a good fit for Engage? Why should these partners collaborate on this specific topic? And what does it give to the students? What makes it attractive, and who will you recruit and how? And to sort of build this narrative that helps the committee, the review committee, understand why this is a good idea to invest in. And that you will see that the application form is sort of designed to help you sell your story. I mentioned the local contact points, and I will just let you know that there is a list of these on the website for the incubator, and you will find whoever is your contact point there. And absolutely remember to approach them. They can be very helpful in setting up. Setting you in contact with partners, but also guiding you in the application phase. Now, finally, I wanted to just say 2 words about the budget. It's a very simple budget form towards the end of the application form, and it really just asks for how you plan to use these up to 10,000 euros that you can apply for. It can be used for personnel costs of course, 10,000 euros, you can't really hire anyone permanently, but you can use it for student assistance or extra hours for someone if you need support for the initiative. The most common use for this is travel and subsistence if you want to meet and have a workshop on how to develop your course. Or you can have other costs that needs to be specified in the form, but teaching materials or web licenses or those kinds of things that can be also included. So yes, to summarize, there is 10,000 euros available for each initiative. You need to be 3 partners, and you need to have a good idea that that you can sell to the committee as something that Engage should invest in. The call for applications and the application form is on the website. The application form is a basic form in the Word, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about that if you have any. And then the deadline is May 30th. You submit it by sending the filled out application form in your in an email to Engage here at NHH. And then we hope to have the results out by the end of June. So when you come back from your long summer break, you can start working on the initiative. I will put the presentation online, and then there are some resources that you can look at. And yeah, I think that was that. I hope you will consider being a part of this very exciting initiative.